guys, Crew Blind Wave. I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Aaron.
And we're going to be doing the honest trailer for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Man, Star Wars has been out for a long time now. How many times have you guys seen it now?
The Force Awakens?
Yeah.
Only 3?
About a dozen times.
I think I'm a better fan than Aaron.
I think 3 real times. And
Yeah.
like, it's on all the time when I'm doing shit on my computer. And like, I'll walk in and out, my kids are watching it. And between all those, I've pieced together probably a dozen or
So you have it on as your B-roll of your life right now?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah. I probably watched it about a dozen times, I would say. But never...
Like 3 real times.
3 real times and the rest is like, yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
3. He said 3. I've watched it at least 4 times.
Yeah.
I've watched segments 50, 60 times.
Yeah.
Like that thing at the end with the dude.
I mean, this is the spoilers.
The thing at the end with the dude.
Yeah, this is a spoilers one,
Okay.
so if you guys don't want any spoilers, I don't know why you would click on this.
Yeah,
but,
Kylo Ren and Han's confrontation, I've watched that a million times.
Yeah.
Just some of the funny stuff in Jakku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything with Han, I've rewatched.
Sure.
I love this stuff with Poe.
I love this stuff with Poe. I love that shot where it's just him watching Poe go around and it's like, whoa, that's one hell of a pilot.
Yeah, it's like a one shot.
BB-8.
Yeah. You know what? The more and more I watch it, the more and more I appreciate and love Finn. John Boyega. He's so fucking good. I don't know. Every time I watch it, I appreciate more of his performance.
It's going to be a more visceral movie, the second one.
That's
And
what
he has
they
a more
say.
prominent role as well.
That's what they
Have
say.
you seen there's a new SNL skit of like fake auditions for Star Wars?
I haven't seen that, no.
John Boyega's in there once too, and like he's like, I want like more urban like stormtrooper. And he starts like quoting like Denzel Washington, like, what is it? King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Like he starts quoting that kind of. It's so funny.
That's funny.
You know one thing I wondered about that movie? When Denzel's on the road, he's like, right here, and he pulls out his badge just like on bling, and
Yeah.
it flips. Remember that? It flips
No.
so it's not facing the camera. It happened by accident, but it made it seem
No.
more natural.
I don't remember that.
And I've always...
Well, that's an interesting commentary about that movie. Let's watch Screen Junkie's commentary about this movie.
Yeah.
So, button!
Following trailer is rated S for spoilers. But come on, you know you've already seen this movie.
Yeah. A couple times.
I wanted to get sorry.
From the company that owns everything you know and love, and Diet Spielberg, comes a movie that had to satisfy decades of pin-up nerd expectations, make up for the prequels, introduce the franchise to a new generation of fans, make enough money to justify Disney's $4 billion investment, and also, you know, be good. So, no pressure. Star Wars The Force Awakens. The Force has awakened, and its first order is to revitalize the franchise, while setting the stage for an amazing expansion of the Star Wars cinematic universe.
By shamelessly remaking a New Hope.
What the... Who are you?
I'm the original Honest Trailer voice, and the originals are always better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wish. Now pipe down. I've got the best movie of the year to talk about.
Best? Oh man, I'm not going anywhere. Someone has to stop you from going full fanboy.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. All your favorite characters are back for another adventure. Leia, Chewie, Han.
And they all look really old.
Okay, but these living legends are passing the torch to a new generation of heroes, like Rey, an orphan scavenger who's so poor she has to make her own Star Wars action figures. She's a multilingual, expert mechanic slash ace pilot slash force-using badass.
Who's so good at everything it makes her character completely uncompelling.
How dare you?
I mean, come on. How is she so good at everything?
Because, you know, she has the Force, and it's awakening, and the Force makes you awesome.
That's not how the Force works.
Shut up, Han Solo. God. But Rey's not the only one obsessed with Star Wars. Meet Kylo Ren, a brooding Jedi outcast, torn between his family legacy and the dark side. Never before has Star Wars had a villain so layered, so complex.
And so whiny. He acts like a goth kid who can't find his eyeliner.
You know what? If you're gonna keep butting in, why don't you just take over?
Now we're talking. Gear up for a film so desperate to recapture the magic of the first Star Wars. It practically is the first Star Wars. featuring the desert orphan finding a cute droid with top secret information who escapes the Empire thanks to the Millennium Falcon, visits a shady cantina, learns about the Force from a tiny alien, watches a man in black kill her mentor, then helps destroy a Death Star by deactivating a shield generator so that X-Wings can make a trench run.
It's another Death Star.
Oh man.
But it's so much more than a rehash of everything that made A New Hope great. It's got all new stories to tell, like Finn, a conflicted First Order stormtrooper turned rebel, hunky badass Poe Dameron, and don't forget Captain Phasma, an awesome-looking stormtrooper commander.
Who's completely wasted in just 91 seconds of screen time. That
Wow,
end
really?
with
Yeah.
a useless character getting thrown in the garbage.
Yeah, they totally wasted Brianna Tarth.
Yeah.
But get ready to speculate, as Abrams plants the seeds of questions that will drive fans wild with anticipation. Like, who is Snoke? Who are Rey's parents? And why does R2-D2 suddenly wake up?
Plus, questions that will annoy the rest of the fans. Like, why does R2-D2 suddenly wake up? Why is everyone in the galaxy either a Skywalker or a Solo? And why would we expect the guy who made Lost to have good answers for any of these questions?
A good question for another time.
Man, is there anything we can agree on about this movie?
I don't know. How about on the count of three we name our favorite parts? You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Kylo Ren stops a blaster bolt.
Yeah.
Anakin crash Star Destroyer. Poe Dameron's beautiful face. Admiral Akbar. Okay, now least favorite. Leia hugging Rey instead of Chewie after Han Solo dies. Did we just become best friends?
Yes.
Starring
Lay AARP.
Oh, shit.
Better Anakin.
FN 2187. Hey, that's my PIN number.
Han Polo.
Emperor Voldemort.
R2-D2 2.
Han Solo.
Oh,
At
you
least the
fucker.
perfectly good The Raid Cast.
The easiest money Mark Hamill ever made.
Butthole Eyes.
That's gross. Can't
Oh.
unsee that.
Well, nice meeting you, other epic voice guy.
May the voice be with you.
Hey guys, any reason why you didn't invite me?
Who are you?
I voiced the first ever honest trailer, remember? In 3D!
Hey guys, don't forget about me. I did Avatar.
Ooh, man. I love how you said bloobs.
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 Boobs!
Bloobs.
Bloobs.
Hey guys, I heard you were having a voice party.
How'd you all get in
Red
here?
Letter
I
Media.
got some pizza rolls in my underwear if you want some.
Maybe you should consider locking your booth.
Be sure to subscribe.
That was
for
pretty
honest
cool.
trailers.
I like that. That was
Avengers
good.
style.
Yeah.
The ending was funny.
Assembling, right? That was funny. They haven't really said anything that hasn't been already said, right?
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
so.
Yeah.
shit we already talked about, but let's talk about it again, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I think we covered most of that in the review that we had. Where
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
Phasma being underused, you know.
Yeah.
I agree with that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
not having too much of an idea of why Finn, or not Finn, but why Rey is so good at.
I
all
don't
this stuff,
necessarily
you know?
agree with that one. What are the things that they say Rey is really good at? Using the Force. Well, she's most likely a Skywalker. She's most likely, has something to do with Anakin Skywalker at some point, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me.
Hope,
You know?
or you could be wrong.
I mean,
Or we could be wrong.
Luke
but
was a
she-
Skywalker, but he wasn't that good with the Force right off the bat. He had some training, and
No,
it kind of
but-
came to him slowly over time. You know what I
Force
mean?
is-
Yeah, but it did come to her pretty slowly over time, I feel like. We already knew she was a good fighter because she's been using her staff, right? So that can translate to a lightsaber
Yeah, I'm okay
fighter.
with that.
Her using the mind trick, right? People are like, well, that just came out of nowhere. It's like, well, it didn't, because Kylo Ren was using the Force to dig into her mind. He, almost gave her a crash course on how to mind trick people. And then she just figured it out from there. I didn't feel like it just came out of nowhere. I felt like, well, that made sense because Kylo was, doing it to her, and she was mentally blocking him and learning at the same time. But then when it comes to, piloting and fixing stuff, I mean, she was an orphan on a junk planet.
Yeah, that didn't bother me.
It's going to make perfect sense that she's going to be doing
For
that.
flying it though, I can understand knowing how to fix
Yeah,
it, where shit
well,
is, and everything, but
she
she
said-
didn't get to fly stuff very often.
Yeah,
you
she
know?
said that she used to all the time with Uncle Plart, whatever. Like that, she's flown the Millennium Falcon before. She calls it a hunk of junk because she knows it's not very good.
The thing that bothered me was how she beat
Podcast
Kylo Ren.
skills. That didn't bother me either, just because Kylo took the blaster bolt to the.
Yeah, but he
Advent.
was still trained by Luke Skywalker, the son of the Chosen One. And he's
No.
been killing Jedi and doing all this shit for years and years and
See,
years.
I understand that, but they spent a huge amount of time. How many times did they have like I'm like, wow, this thing is powerful, you know?
Yeah.
Like they set up the whole movie, and Kylo took it directly to his gut, you know?
Yeah.
Like any other normal untrained person went flying back. Kylo just like fucking hit himself and just kept going.
Yeah.
So
He kept hitting himself.
Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty compelling. The first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, I didn't really like that. But the more and more I watch it, the more I'm like, that makes sense to me. You know, especially because Finn, as we know in the new expanded universe, he's just as trained as the guys that use those fucking spinny things. You know, he was an elite stormtrooper in training. That was just his first mission. And then Rey, I can see it with her staff skills and the fact that she's obviously being guided by the Force.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, even though it's kind of fanboyish, I can rationalize those things to me. But stuff like Phasma, I'm like, yeah, they should have done
Well,
that.
the Phasma thing, it didn't really bother me. She's supposed to be like Boba Fett.
Yeah, but I don't.
Boba Fett wasn't even cool until fucking years later.
I don't think that she was supposed to be like Boba Fett. I thought she was supposed to
She's
be.
supposed to be a mysterious character that didn't get a lot of screen time. That you know what I mean?
No,
Not the way they made it in the trailers.
It's because they were hyping up Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Christie, is that her name?
Yeah.
They're hyping up the fact that she was in it. You know what I
From
mean?
my point of view, just watching the movie and thinking about nothing else, she seems like she was a very, very, very loyal commander. And I figure a very loyal commander would give up her life before she, killed everybody by putting the shields down. And she was just like,
all right.
That bothered me, too.
Yeah, he put the gun out and he was like, put the shields down. She's like, okay. You'll never win.
You never get away with this.
She's telling it to Han Solo, who's done this twice.
Yeah.
You'll never win. And they put her in a garbage chute. Like, I thought, like, okay, you could have done something better.
Like Boba Fett wouldn't have done with that, you know?
I don't think so.
He'd either fought or was like, kill me then.
Now, Fett, honestly, I think Boba Fett would have done it more than she would have, because I don't think he would have been loyal to the Empire. She would have been loyal to the First Order.
Even loyal whoever paid him the most.
Yeah.
Boba Fett would have done something to make sure that he got out.
He wouldn't have been in that situation.
He wouldn't have been in the garbage chute.
Yeah, it's true. Of course, he wasn't in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
Which
But
is like
that
a
was
natural
It
garbage
was like an
chute.
accident. He just didn't just let someone throw him in there, you know? Like, he would have fought it.
Anyway, what are some other things that you guys saw in this that you'd want to talk about?
The whole like comparison to A New Hope, I get it, but I also enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like the way it was.
I enjoyed it. It was intentional.
I don't think it took it away from me. I enjoyed it having those beats, but also building up to go into something greater. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It rhymes with it.
I mean, it was absolutely intentional. They planned it that way. It's not like they wrote it down like, oh shit,
that's a great idea.
No, this is exactly like the first movie. That's too late now. You know? It's like no, they're like, let's make something familiar, add something new, and then now we can jump off and do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I get it.
I had a problem with that.
I wouldn't. Maybe if I was like writing a story, I wouldn't have done it as close. But it's not like one of those things where I'm like, it's not a good movie. Cause
Disney screwed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think I might agree with the one part about Leia. Like, why didn't she give Chewie a hug? Or why didn't they hug at the end?
I think J.J. Abrams came out and said that was a mistake.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I think what they were trying to do was just add more to the mystery of who Rey was. Like, why would they hug? Because they haven't even actually met.
Oh, no.
Like, that was the first time they met.
Right.
And there was no context to the hug.
Yeah.
You know? But Chewie and her did hug when they first met, didn't they?
Yeah, but you figure, like, their connection to Han Solo, they would be the ones mourning more so than anyone else here, you know?
I agree. I think that they were just trying to go with more of that Rey mystery thing. J.J. Abrams likes his mysteries.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
They said about that with Lost, you know? The creator's Lost.
Yeah.
Any answers there?
Well, we did eventually.
Yeah.
You just gotta be smart. And you'll love the ending if you're real smart. You wouldn't like it if you're not smart.
I'll probably like it.
Yeah, so I can see that. You know, even like I am kind of rationalizing like with Rey. You know, she is a little really good, but I mean she's the hero of the story. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to see her just fucking up all the time. This isn't Game of Thrones. All right, is there anything else that you guys noticed in there?
I love Poe.
I do love Poe.
He's got a handsome face.
He does have a good face. He has a very ugly face in X-Men Apocalypse. You guys gotta see that.
It's a good face, just blue. Why did R2 not wake up? That's one thing I'm waiting for.
There's a reason for
I'm
that.
sure
I can't
there's
remember what it
gonna
was.
be a reason. They haven't said it in the movie, obviously, right? But I want more answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that like once the trilogy comes out, the new trilogy, like I won't have any questions because they're all answered. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's like at the end of Empire Strikes Back. It's like what? Well, what about this and this and this? Well, asshole, they're planning on making another one. There'll be answers to these questions. You know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm waiting on.
I thought Abrams had said that he woke up because of the presence of the actual map, but that should have happened before the attack on the Hosian system.
Yeah,
I think that it was probably caused by the attack on the Hosian system. Once it was known that, like, okay, Luke, you have to come back. Like, billions of people are dead. Han Solo is dead, you know? Like, we need the Jedi back, regardless of if you're too scared.
Yeah.
Maybe he put some kind of protocol in R2 to say, like, I'm leaving, but if I'm ever absolutely needed, they'll be able to find me. That's what I'm guessing it probably is. Because, I mean, it's kind of glossed over the fact that billions of people died on those planets, you know?
Yeah.
The entire New Republic was destroyed.
Well, Alderaan felt like a bigger thing happening, you know, than that did.
The way they did.
Alderaan was one planet, and it was Princess Leia, like, really kind of giving you, like,
Yeah.
what? No, they just destroyed a planet. But now they destroyed, what, like 5 planets, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way they made the people who were standing on that Coruscant,
Like, the Grand Chancellor was there, like, looking
and
up,
you
like,
see it going through the clouds. That was
pretty scary.
That was terrifying.
Like, there's just no escape to this giant fucking space laser.
Quick, get the ship off.
And he's looking up at it. You know? That would suck. No matter how skinny I got, I couldn't get away. Alright, guys, I think that's a good place to end this. I hope you enjoyed our reaction to the honest trailer of The Force Awakens. If you guys have any other honest trailers you would like us to do, just put those down in the comments below. So every Friday, you guys can come back here and watch a new honest trailer. That's it. And make sure you hit subscribe and the like button. Down in the descriptions, all the links to our social media, blindwave.net, and we'll see you guys back here next time. I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Aaron.
Button!
I can't read it.